Do y'all think that we adopt the insecurity that comes with these ideas? Like, you think that, I think about somebody that we know who she is a brown woman and she has a fear of wearing color. And do you think that what it is that people are projecting their own belief about it? Like, I am a fair-skinned man. It's a really funny joke. When I was in college, I said I'm the light-skinned boy in college with a Q Parker on TV. That was an actual joke. I was a light-skinned boy in college with Morris Chestnut on the screen. You know, that was if you was light-skinned, you didn't have a good day when you was 20. And when I was 20. So it's kind of like
change the culture.
Do you think that we adopt some of those insecurities based on something that this idea that hadn't even been proven or tested, and now we're passing along, okay, as a light-skinned man, you can't do this. Right. Or as a man, you can't wear a ponytail, or it implies this. Right. You think we're passing that off to people because we wouldn't do it, or we don't do it, as opposed to, because nobody ever tried to check me. Right. Now I like it. You know, come on, like, let's talk about it. Right. You know, so Jesus, I just wonder. You know,
but I do think that stuff's passed down. Yeah. You know, I think it's generational. You know, like I think about, you know, like the old school saints back in the day, even like in the denomination I grew up in, like you couldn't wear red or you were Jezebel. Wow. You know, you couldn't wear pants.
Earrings.
Yeah. Couldn't wear earrings. Couldn't wear makeup. Yeah. I remember being a little girl because I just saw pictures of my mom before she was saved, right? And I was like, man. Like, I remember being, like, right about 10, I was like, man, I would say mommy was really, really cute. Like,
she was cute.
She was so cute. I'm like, mama, like, you beautiful, but what happened? And I remember I used to be in the room, like, sneaking and, like, melting crayons and mixing it with Vaseline so I can make what looked like lipstick, you know? And, like, I was always, like, that
little... Give them ideas, look.
I was just always that little rebel kid to try, you know? And then once my mom, so I was like, can I put some on you? She was like, well, come on. And I've just seen the evolution of my mom even breaking those lies of the enemy, like in the lies of what people that don't mean any harm. My dad had a track scholarship back in the day, but was told that he couldn't run track if he loved the Lord. Like so, these are all.
See, man, I think all that's just
what the devil
religion.
Is a liar.
Those are rules. Okay, so one of the topics that I think that come with this song is body image. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'll talk. Of course, we as women, especially you all have an inclusive line. Noir. I have to say it all French, I don't know. But like, I want to ask the guys about body image. What are your thoughts about body image, inclusion? What do y'all think? You know, we in the area of BBLs for the ladies. Like, what y'all think about that?
Man, I would just say, man, we are in this world where convenience and just the desire to be loved and appreciated is at an all-time high. And because of social media, we're taking these voids that we have and we reduce them to things that we can get likes for, things that we can get public affirmation for. But the truth about it is we have to get to a place where we can look ourselves in the mirror and say, I'm good with what you did because God created you. And it's an insult to him for you to look at yourself and say, this is all a mistake. Yeah. And so it's so crazy that, you know, culture begins to start making those determinations for us and we begin to yield to culture. And it's so funny because I'm Nigerian. My dad, he saw one of my friends and she had a gap in her teeth. And he looked at her and he said, wow, every man in Nigeria would want to be your husband.
Oh, I love that.
And she's like, look, every man in Nigeria will want to be your husband. And she was like, what do you mean? She's like, you have the open teeth. I said, the what?
The man told her she got the open teeth.
Open teeth. The open teeth.
Excuse me.
Listen.
I'm never not saying the open teeth.
It's the open teeth. You have the open teeth. So she was just like, it's just completely different. And even with body image, a man that is overweight, or if you married a woman and you come back to visit the family and you didn't gain weight, everybody look at the man and say, what are you doing to my daughter? Wow. What are you doing to our sister?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how the different cultures?
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
And so adding weight is a sign of wealth.
Yeah, my family would have been so proud of my ex-husband at that point.
Because of that, right?
Right.
You're feeding them. So I just think that we have to get to a place where at the end of the day, at the core of ourselves, that of course, let's beautify ourselves. Let's keep ourselves. Let's maintain ourselves. God created us. He gave you fingernails, but at a certain point, you got to clip the fingernails. He gave you hair, but you got to trim that thing. You got to tame it. And so everything that God gives, he expects us to steward and to maintain. But if we're so consumed with what everyone else is saying, then all we're going to find ourselves doing is cutting or hiding what God has done. Yeah. And so at first, at the basic, we just have to get to a place where we say, it doesn't matter what they say. God, it's me and you. And I'm going to learn to embrace what you've done as well as take responsibility for what you've given.
I love that.
That man can talk.
He can talk.
Your love won't change.